Hey guys, Maxwell here from JMax Fitness, and in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to build muscle. So, when I first went away to university, I was 155 pounds. I know I was skinny fat, so that means I had, no visual abs, no visual muscle at all. It was just kind of like chub over a skinny body, and I didn't really like the way I looked. So I went away to university in September, and I came back at around Christmas time. Came home for Christmas. My dad picked me up. We get home. I walk through the door. I see my brother in the living room. He looks at me, and uncontrollably his eyes just open up, and he looks at me and he says, "Holy shit!" and is so uncontrolled. He just couldn't control himself saying that. So I said to him, "Why'd you say that?" And he said, "Well, first of all, your neck, it got huge, and you just put on a lot of size." So I went into the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and if you I looked in that mirror every day in high school, and then I went away and then came back 3 months later. You look in the mirror and you can actually notice a big difference. So I looked at myself and I was like, wow, I look a lot different in this mirror than I did 3 months ago. And I weighed myself, and I was between 175 and 180 pounds. So that means within 3 months, I gained 20 to 25 pounds of muscle. And I looked and I had visually leaner abs, and I was actually feeling confident, and I liked the way I look. So what did I do? So when I went away to university, I told myself, I have complete control over what I put in my mouth now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook all my own food, and I'm going to make sure I put everything in my body is going to be fuel to build muscle, because I want to build muscle, I want to look awesome, I want to look masculine. Back when I was living at home, I had no control over this because, well, I did have some control, but my dad cooked everything for me. So it's not like I had a choice of what I wanted to eat every night. It was just whatever our family ate. So I went away to university and I said, number one, I'm going to learn how to cook, and I'm going to cook all my own meals. And it's going to save me money for one thing, because I'm not going to eat out at all. And I'm going to have complete control over what I want to eat. So that means I can eat more food, eat all the protein I wanted, because I knew I needed more protein, and I could just track my calories and know exactly what I ate. So I started off tracking my calories, and I was kind of figuring out, what am I currently eating now? So it was between 1,800 and 2,000 calories per day. And that was keeping me at about 155 pounds. So logically I looked at it and I said, well, if I want to gain weight, that means I'm going to have to eat more. So I told myself, screw it, I'll just eat 3,000 calories a day. There was no rhyme or reason. I just said, I'm going to eat a lot more food now than I used to eat. And so what I started doing is I started tracking my calories. And then when I went and I logged on to track my calories, I noticed there's this pie chart, and it tells you percentage of calories from carbs, proteins, and fats. So I had no idea how much of these to eat. I just told myself, you know what, I'll do 33% of each. You can't go wrong getting, 1/3 of your diet from protein, fat, and carbs. So that's what I did. So every meal I made sure I cooked myself a lot of meat or eggs for the protein. I ate my vegetables, and I just made sure that by the end of the day I had eaten 3,000 calories and 33% from carbs, protein, and fats. Next, I knew, you know what, you need to go to the gym, you need to work out to build muscle, obviously. So what should I do? I noticed, I kind of want to look like how a football player looks. Those guys are pretty jacked without looking, like they're on a massive amount of steroids and they don't look like huge bodybuilders. So I want to look like an athlete. So I looked it up, and all across the board, all over the internet, it says athletes work out with full body workouts and compound movements. And that's what it says all over the internet, compound movements. You've probably heard it millions of times. So I read it and I was like, screw it, I'm going to do this. So I started working out 3 days a week, only 3 days a week, full body workouts, all compound lifts. That was the first half of my first semester at university, and then I was so sore every day after my workouts. It was crazy. The next day I would wake up in the morning and I would have to go to class at 8 o'clock, and I'd wake up at 7 in the morning and I'd be like, oh my God, I am so sore. I couldn't even like brush my teeth because it just hurts to put your arm up. But I just was like, screw it. If this is what it takes to build muscle, this is what I'm going to do. So I did that. I was consistent with it. After about halfway through, I noticed, hey, it doesn't hurt as much anymore after my workouts. Maybe I should add an extra day. So that's what I did. So second half of the semester, I was doing 4 full body workouts per week. And I was just consistent with it, and it paid off. Next thing I did was, in my workouts, I made sure I was always getting stronger. So I made sure if I could do 10 reps on the bench press with 30 pounds, and I could do it for 3 or 4 sets of 10, I would be like, okay, now it's time to try 35 pounds. And you keep doing that, and I would just always try to add weight and progress in my workouts. Because you don't want to stall, you don't want to plateau, you want to push through and force your body to adapt to get stronger. So that's what I did. And then, as you know, I came home for Christmas time, and my brother noticed by giving me probably the best compliment you can get, just looking at me and saying, holy shit, believe it or not. And I weighed myself 20 to 25 pounds gain. So what can you learn from this? Well, if you're a beginner, make sure you eat over your maintenance for calories and get enough protein, fat, and carbs every day, because you got to eat more to gain weight, obviously. Next, you got to make sure that the weight you're gaining isn't fat, so you got to work out. And if you're just starting, 3 to 4 days a week of full body workouts, compound movements, it's going to get you there. If, number 3, you progress. So even if you're advanced, you can take this info and use it, because every year I'll go back and do full body workouts just because it's what's always worked in the past, and I don't know, maybe I have a nostalgia for it, but you can do full body workouts and just let your body adapt to it, and it works really well just getting strong, focusing on the basics, and make sure you're eating enough calories, carbs, protein every day. So if you enjoyed this video, I put together a free report that teaches you how to gain 10 pounds of muscle. If you want that, you can just click right here and it'll take you there. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel right here, and I'll see you later in future videos. So I'm Jason Maxwell from JMax Fitness, and I'll see you next time.